Fell Seal, Arbiter's Mark. This game, it's a real hidden gem. I just had to make a video about it because I don't think enough people know about this game. And I'll show you and let's talk about that, what this game is. Okay, let's talk about what this game is. This is a strategy game. This is not any strategy game. This is a strategy game completely inspired and based on Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics is a PlayStation 1 game that I consider to be one of the best Final Fantasy adventures I have ever gone in my life. Up to this day, the art style, the way the game was played, and there were more Final Fantasy Tactics, like for Game Boy Advance and stuff like that, but nothing like the original Final Fantasy Tactics for PS1. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. And this is basically a modern imitation of that, with gorgeous art, amazing fidelity to how the game plays and was. As you can tell, the map is basically a carbon copy of how that game was. And it's just an amazing game that if you liked Final Fantasy Tactics, you will love this game. Let's go into a battle. So right here, this is the character menu, or the units menu, where you basically micromanage your team. And there's some characters like these two that are part of the story. There's a few of them actually that are part of the story, and the rest you basically hire and make your own way however you want. So all the brown and red ones are the ones I custom made, except this one. This one also I also custom made him. And for example, you select a character and you could change their gear. You could change their gear, equip different items, and different items will do different things, like allow them to jump higher, have more attack, you know, more defense, be able to cover from certain illnesses and certain attacks, you know, and every weapon has its attack damage, benefit, element, everything. It's pretty damn cool. The fact that you could also change their weapon style. Right now, this character, because of its class, is restricted to one-handed swords and spheres. But different classes are able to use guns and crossbows and great swords, shields, all types. And then there's the abilities. You could learn abilities depending on what kind of class you choose for them. They get higher levels on each class. Each class has its own leveling system and different skills. So for example, my main character right here, learn abilities, he's far more superior. I have mastered a couple of classes with him. So it's, and he could use different, he uses 2 daggers. I have him with 2 daggers at the moment. And I think actually he has the crossbow. Yeah, he has the crossbow and is able to use guns. The point is that you could change, every character is unique. Every character, you just make them as you will or as you wish. You could sort the unit, you could dismiss them and hire a different one if you didn't like it. Just, you know, keep trying different things out. And class change. The most awesome thing that Final Fantasy Tactics had is all the different classes you could try out. All the ones that are black and white are classes that are locked for this particular character. I have other characters that have every class unlocked. For this particular character, he even has a mystery class here that he hasn't even he hasn't even discovered. So, for example, all the ones that have color are classes that he could turn into. And they all show blue and purple because that's the color scheme I chose for him in particular. So I'll show you how he'll look in every single class. So that's basically what determines how they look, their class. Let's see, what else? So to unlock a class, basically it gives you the information on top, and it says requires Ranger level 5. So for me to even consider to use this class, I gotta go to the Ranger, which I don't remember which one it was. The Ranger, right here. I gotta go to the Ranger and get him up to level 5. But I don't even have a Ranger because it requires for me to get a Scoundrel to level 4. And this is a Scoundrel. The Scoundrel, I'm only a level 3 Scoundrel. 3 from 11. So when I get to level 4, I'll unlock the Ranger, get the Ranger to level 5, and I'll unlock this guy right here, the Peddler. And just like old school Final Fantasy, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, all those little details. Now, if I'm not mistaken, also, you can also choose their appearance. Let me see. Okay, we're back to the world map. And the green areas are places I already conquered. The red areas are places I haven't conquered yet. And the blue are locations of interest or cities. For example, this one right here is a city. Industrial city. Plagued with thieves and scoundrels. The information is on top. I'll go in there, click it, I could shop, go view the guild, or patrol the area, which will be engage in a battle. The enemies there will be from level 30 to 60. I'm gonna go to the guild. I need a new recruit. So in the recruit, here we go. You could recruit someone, or you could change appearance and reset levels. Change appearance. Like for example right here, I could change the appearance. This is what you gotta do to change appearance. So here you have, it tells you what level you are, what class you're currently on, and obviously your sex. You could choose your skin tone, and you could change this at any time you want. As you can see, you could even choose the portrait for your avatar down here, which is awesome. It's so awesome. You could really custom this game. So I put the avatar to match him. You could change the name. Here's the example that you could change the color of every piece of outfit, which is so amazing. You could change every little thing. Let's see. Use class outfit. I could put that you are restricted, that he's restricted to class outfit or not. Accessories, I don't remember. Headwear, let's change the headwear so we can actually see his face. And there's many options, as you can see. And we could change the color. But let's see, let's go. Trying to get nothing. You can really customize your character. I love it. So if we go to accessories, so accessories is this stuff in the face. Well, I'm changing the color actually. Alright, there we go. All the stuff you could put on the character's face. Let's see. Use class hat. facial hair. Alright, you could even put facial hair on them. And I'm choosing the color. Now let's see all the hair types. You could choose the facial hair. You could really, I basically made everybody in my house. That's just how I roll. You could change their haircut. You could really go all out, and therefore it makes you care when the characters are in danger or they die, because since you put that personal touch on them. Let's take off the accessories actually. You put that eye color, face. You put that personal touch on them, so especially if you make them family members or friends, you'll really care what happens to them, and you could play out some really cool scenarios, and you could really role play it. You really can. Skin tone. You could really role play this game, I'm telling you. It's, if you like RPGs and you like strategy games and you like taking your time and you like all this, basically, if you like Final Fantasy Tactics, the original, you will love Felseal, I'm telling you. The battle system in this game, the way battles go and play out, it's basically a carbon copy of Final Fantasy Tactics, but in a good way. It's super good. It's more of something that was never broken, and it's amazing. And as usual, you come over here. This is the area where you start, and you can place one of your characters. You could place up to 6 characters, and it's just an amazing game to play and go back to those times when there was never a game like this. Basically, there was never a game that played out like the original Final Fantasy Tactic until this game came out. It's a beauty. Now I chose a very simple low-level battle just to show off, but as you can see here, you could move, attack, do your skills depending on what class and build, just like the original Tactic game was. You could use items, end your game, and basically the stronger you get, the more you can move. It's a nice, slow, methodical game style that if you don't like taking your time or spending countless hours in one battle, then this is not the game for you. But in my case, I kind of love this. Then you end your turn, and depending, you could put your character looking on, just like Tactics, you could put your character looking any direction you want. So basically, if they have better chances if you give them your back, better chances to actually hit you. As you can see over here, he's got different skills to him and different weapons. The game, it's really good because basically I made this team. This is a whole custom team, except this girl right here, which she is the protagonist of the story. But everybody else is custom made by me. Everybody else is custom made by me. The color scheme they have, the weapons, everything they have is me. And I gotta tell you, games like this, I played countless 200 plus hours of Final Fantasy Tactics, and this one I already have like 140 something, almost 150 hours in it. I just don't get tired of this style of game, especially the fact that you could create all your characters however you want. It's a real shame. It's a real shame that they had that Final Fantasy, you know, not another Final Fantasy Tactic, real good Final Fantasy Tactic never came out. I don't consider any other tactic game to be as good as the original Final Fantasy Tactic. but this is definitely as close as you get. And the fact that it's modern, it's just, it's an equal. It's an equal. I guess the story in this one is not as strong as the Final Fantasy story, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So basically, you create a strategy. You make a strategy to go and attack the enemy. And as I said, it's slow and methodical, and you go out, and the battle could go completely wrong, and you could lose your characters. They could die. It's like a type of game where people die. People die. And they end up, you could have people injured for countless battles because they lost in that battle, and you can't use them in the next couple of battles because they're injured. So the way, I love the way they did it. I love how they really show the love and passion for how they did the artwork and the gameplay, and they really went all out. I cannot praise this game more than I have. And I really don't think enough people know about this game, because I don't think I ever heard about this game except that when it was coming out, because I just happened to be looking for a game that's like Final Fantasy. Even the music kind of reminds me of the OG Final Fantasy Tactics games. I just love it. I just love. Then, as usual, I get really into the battle. But if you can't tell, it's kind of like a chess game, and you will run into really hard situations where you're gonna lose, and you're just gonna have to play over and over, because there are certain battles that you really have to use your wits. You really have to use your wits to win. Miss. Oh snap, I should have probably looked at the percentage. Because when you do an attack, you have a percentage. For example, what could I use with rally, mass heal? He's basically a close-up melee fighter, so there's not much I can do. We could rally. Now, she is the main character of the game. The story is basically about her, and I love her. She's freaking amazing. Dark Bolt, let's go simple. Dark Bolt. So obviously I chose way lower level, where they got no chance against me, but I'm just showing off the gameplay in a nice simple battle that won't take forever, you know? You'll find different scenarios. Right now it's raining. It's not always raining here and stuff. They really did a good job switching stuff up every time you do a battle. Different enemies you run into. Very creative. Very creative. No, I don't remember if she attacks or she's just a hero. Heal, 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 soul magic, which is haste, reflect, mass shield. She has the lance, so she could. Oh, well, look at that. Okay, so now we're going that way. So it's pretty cool. He has a bonus, elevation bonus. I can't even reach up there. For example, right now, the only way... Every character has his unique fighting style and different things they can do or not. He can't really make it that far. So... Oh, he does have... I forgot. He does have... I can't do anything with him, so let's just end our turn. Next character, and if you can tell, on top you can see all the faces, and that's the very first one to the left will be the character whose turn it is to play, and the next character is the next picture over, exactly, you know. Okay, so there's just one character left. He could make it over here, no problem. Look at this. By this point of the game, I'm pretty OP. So, Night Embrace. I don't remember what this does. Overpowered attack. Destroyed him. And there you go. That's how mainly the battles go out. Some battles could be, and so many enemies, so many different battles. Okay, so before I end the video, I also want to show off, or not show off, but tell you about the AI, that you can actually change characters and their behavior, and the AI will play those characters. You don't even have to use them. You could just play one character, or you could leave the computer to play by itself if you have to be AFK. And you could base them on damage dealer, healer, guardians. Do nothing for them just to stand there, which I don't know why that would be a thing. But the point is that that on itself is pretty awesome, that you have the choice to, you know, take a break, yet not stop playing at the same time. So that, I think that's a little detail that really has to be said, that is really appreciated. And you will run into many scenarios. Obviously the whole map won't be unlocked, you'll go unlocking it as you go, and you run into really nice storytelling and scenarios and situations where you will really be in a pickle. I just gotta say that it's really they really did a good job. My hat off to them, because they really did a good job. So there you go, guys. That's all I gotta say about this amazing game, Fell Seal. Not enough people know about it. It's truly one of those hidden gems that more people should really try out. And that's why I had to make this video. I had to make this video to show this game off, because it's really a masterpiece on itself. It's really worth the money, and it's worth the time. I hope you guys really try it out. And I'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.